everyone! If you're new, I'm Carrie Way, and if you're not new, welcome back. Today's video is for anyone with a kid who is considering going to college for musical theater. I'm going to discuss what you can do during your child's junior year to help you prepare for this process. In future videos, I plan to cover all of our ups and downs with the college application process, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested. The first tip is actually for the summer before junior year, and that is to research different summer programs and find the one that's the right fit for your family. These programs can get relatively expensive, so I would only recommend these if your child is sure they want to pursue theater after graduation. Aside from the price, here are some other factors to consider as you choose your summer program. Proximity to home is a consideration for some families. We're lucky enough that the North Carolina School of the Arts is just down the road, so we were able to send my daughter there last summer and got a discount on the price because we chose to commute rather than have her stay on campus. Now, some kids might feel that they're missing out on some of the experience by not living on campus. For my daughter, it was a perfect match. She was able to get her fill of activities and hang with friends, and then come home and recharge in the quiet of her bedroom. You might also consider whether a conservatory atmosphere or a large university is more up your child's alley. Additionally, there are summer prep programs that aren't associated with a specific college. My daughter used Summer Intensive to help her narrow down her college preferences. Attending camp at a conservatory campus helped her realize that she enjoys the intimate atmosphere and the feeling of being on a campus with creatives in all different artistic fields. Some kids would much prefer a more traditional college experience on a larger campus. If that's the case, your child might try a summer experience at a larger university to get the feel for that. When considering the price of summer programs, you might want to look into any perks associated with some of them. Some schools offer certificates of completion. These can sometimes be used as credit towards their degree. Additionally, some schools award scholarships to those who wind up going there for school. Bear in mind that most theater schools are exceptionally competitive, and going there for a summer program does not guarantee that your child will get in for college. If your child is attending a camp during the summer before their senior year, some programs occasionally make acceptance offers at the end of the summer. Most programs that offer these perks advertise them as you are researching. If you don't see these advertised with the program you are researching, it likely means those perks aren't offered there. Most summer programs fill up quickly, and your child will need to apply and be accepted. It's best to start giving this some thought during the first half of the school year. Research your options and find out when their applications go live and what the cutoff is. For my daughter, we sent in our application in January for her program. As I mentioned earlier, there are also summer programs that aren't associated with a specific school. Keep in mind as you research these whether the price includes lodging. If your child opts to attend a program in New York and you don't live near the city, you're going to have to get a place to stay and likely have a parent come to stay with your child. Take a look at the length of the programs and be realistic about how long your child can handle being away from home. Summer programs range in length from 1 week to some that are 6 weeks long. Some programs are specifically geared towards audition preparation. If you're looking at a camp like that, wait until the summer before senior year. They'll be developing audition material during the summer program. It doesn't make a lot of sense to work on that before the summer leading into their senior year. Okay, we've talked about what to do this summer before junior year. Now it's time to talk about the actual junior year. Towards the beginning of the school year, you might want to look into whether you're interested in working with an audition coach. Many coaches have programs that begin during the junior year, and some offer mock audition programs for juniors. These programs tend to take place during November in conjunction with their audition programs for seniors. So if you think this is something you're interested in, you'll want to look into it as close to when school starts as possible so you can get signed up and make your travel arrangements. I'll be doing a separate video with my daughter describing her experience with attending mock auditions earlier this year, so be sure to watch for that next week. In addition to researching and deciding whether to work with an audition coach, you'll want to assess your child's singing, dancing, and acting ability. Whether you're working with a coach or not, here's what most will tell you. Try to get in as much training as you can manage and afford. During senior year, you might have to cut back on how many performance opportunities your child can squeeze in. You're likely to need to travel for auditions and college visits, so make sure your child enjoys any shows that they can during junior year. It is still possible to do shows during senior year. You'll need to be careful about the timing and have your child be honest about how many rehearsals they might need to miss. Most typical college juniors spend a lot of time visiting schools during their junior year. I've heard mixed views as far as doing this for musical theater majors. My personal advice is to visit a school if your child is interested in it and you happen to be nearby. but don't go to a great deal of time and expense visiting schools. When you analyze it, your child's chances of getting into a specific school are less than 1%. Why go and fall in love with a school if you're not likely to get in? Additionally, you're going to wind up spending a great deal of time and money attending large auditions and specific school auditions during your child's senior year. You can usually get a visit during auditions or visit once your child is accepted. One thing you might consider would be to visit a few types of schools, just so your child can get a feel for them. Visit a conservatory type school, a larger university, and a mid-sized school. Visiting some sample schools will allow your child to understand what they like in a college atmosphere and apply it to their decision-making process. Try to have your child read as many plays as possible during their junior year. For many kids, the junior year is the most academically intense of their high school years, so be realistic about how much extra work your child can take on. But going into their senior year, they're going to need to have a variety of monologues prepared. Reading lots of plays this year will help your child discover whether there are certain playwrights they like, and they can start to see what types of roles speak to them. Reading many plays will help them find their monologues so they can begin working on them during the summer before their senior year. The same is true about music. Your child should try to listen to lots of different songs from shows. There are many types of songs that they are going to need for auditions as they go into their senior year. If they start selecting their songs now and begin working on them with their voice teacher, they will be better prepared going into audition season. Examples of types of songs they will need will be up-tempo, ballad, contemporary, golden age, and pop. Have your child keep these in the back of their mind as they work on songs with their voice teacher, and ask the voice teacher for help or guidance in selecting these songs. Towards the end of their junior year and moving into the summer, you can usually find out general types of essay questions that are asked and have your child begin working on those. There is something called the Common Application that many colleges use. A little research will give you what questions were asked for the previous year. They don't generally change very much, so answering those will not be a waste of time. Additionally, most colleges tend to ask the same thing in different ways. Your child will likely be able to cut and paste from a few of their pre-written essays once the application portals open in the fall. Additionally, writing these essays will help your child clarify their point of view on things they are likely to be asked during in-person interviews. Once they reach the audition stage of college applications, they will be asked some interview questions so the program representatives can get to know them. They'll be more ready for these if they've already written an essay about something similar. Headshots are a great thing to get checked off your list during the end of junior year or moving into the summer before senior year. Your child is likely at the point where they aren't going to drastically change in appearance in a few months, so now is a great time to take care of headshots. Keep in mind that headshots and senior pictures are not the same things. If you aren't familiar with the difference, take a look at my video all about headshots for more information. As fall clothes go on sale, you can decide on your child's audition look for next year. When looking at audition outfits, you want to select something that's relatively comfortable and doesn't wrinkle easily. Chances are your child will be in that outfit for many hours throughout the process. You want an outfit that can hold up to all that wear and won't make your child miserable. You'll want something that flatters your child and helps them look and feel like themselves. For example, if your daughter would never wear a dress, don't have her wear one for auditions. Your child should wear something nicer than they would wear to school, but not so dressy that they look like they're headed to a fancy party. Keep in mind that most auditions will take place between November and February. A few schools hold auditions more towards the spring, but the bulk of auditions will take place when the weather is cooler. So try to select an outfit that won't look out of place during the fall and winter months. Work on your child's resume. There are lots of articles and templates around. Research those and begin to get your child's ready. As you head into audition season, you're going to need headshots printed and usually will need resumes trimmed and stapled on the back. Many headshot printers will also print your child's resume on 8x10 paper, making it easier to get it stapled and ready. Your child should also spend the beginning of the year preparing for their ACT or SATs and then have those completed by the summer going into their senior year. Many kids can wait and take one last stab at these tests in the fall before starting their college applications. This is generally not the case for kids who want to go to school for musical theater. To get your auditions scheduled, you'll need to get the college applications in as soon as the portal opens. When it comes to selecting slots for auditions, assuming the college decides they want your child to audition, it's generally first come, first served. Waiting until later means there will be fewer slots to choose from. If you wind up needing to audition for 10 to 12 schools, you can see how scheduling could get complicated. Get those tests done so you're ready to start applications as soon as possible. Towards the very end of junior year, it will be time time to assess again whether you'd like to work with an audition coach and get signed up with them for your child's senior year. You will also likely want to begin researching colleges and starting to make your child's list of schools. Most girls applying for musical theater school will apply to around 20 schools. It's slightly less competitive for boys, so they usually don't have to apply to quite as many as girls, but definitely more than the average high school student. In an upcoming video, I'll explain more about this, and we'll talk about what we considered when selecting my daughter's 20 schools. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I hope this video is helpful to you as you prepare for your child's junior year. It sounds stressful and it sounds like a lot of things, but I promise it's doable. If you just do one thing at a time and get it checked off, it will make your child's senior year that much less stressful. There is so much that goes into this process. Most people don't understand that, and I wanted to make sure that I had this video as a resource for you so that you can have an easier time with things. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and a share. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.